हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा। मैंने रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट कर दिया है। शुभदीप प्रभु, आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं।
प्रभु जी स्क्रीन विजिबल है?
जी स्क्रीन
जी
विजिबल
प्रभु
है।
जी।
Okay. So first of all, thank you Sangramjit Prabhu for giving this opportunity to explain some slokas of Bhagavad Gita and giving us the chance to study deeply Bhagavad Gita. So we are continuing with the sloka number 1.3 today. First of all, we'll do some prayers. Om Agyanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamajham Tadati Swapadantikam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you all devotees for joining today's session. And today I got some cold, so my voice might not be clear all the time. Please consider this. And this is the first time I am giving some speech on this Bhagavad Gita. And I am just going to repeat what I have studied and learned from other devotees. So there may be so many mistakes when I am talking. Please give your blessings so that I can go rightly. And please forgive me if I do any mistake. So the sloka 1.3, it says, Pasyetam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chumum Pudam Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. So Pasyetam means behold, Itam means this, Panduputranam means of sons of Pandu, Acharya means O teacher, Mahatam is great, Chamu matlab military force, Vyudam matlab arranged, Drupada Putrena matlab by the son of Drupad, Taba matlab your, Shishyena matlab disciples, Dhimata matlab very intelligent. So translation by Srila Prabhupada. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple of sons of Pandu. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Duryodhan, a great diplomat, wanted to point out the defects of Dronacharya, a great Brahman commander-in-chief. Dronacharya had some political quarrel with King Drupad, the father of Draupadi, who was Arjuna's wife. As a result of this quarrel, Drupada performed a great sacrifice by which he received the benediction of having a son who would be able to kill Dronacharya. Dronacharya knew this perfectly well, and yet, as a liberal Brahman, he did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets when the son of Drupad, Drishtadumna, was entrusted to him for military education. Now on the battlefield on Kurukshetra, Drishtadumna took the side of the Pandavas, and it was he who arranged for the military phalanx. After having learned the art from Dronacharya, Duryodhan pointed out this mistake of Dronacharya's so that he might be alert and uncompromising in the fighting. By this, he wanted to point out also that he should not be similarly lenient in battle against the Pandavas, who were also Dronacharya's affectionate students. Arjuna, especially, was his most affectionate and brilliant student. Duryodhan was warned that such leniency in the fight would lead to defeat. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So most of the time, people come to read Bhagavad Gita because they want to learn the teachings of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And the Bhagavad Gita contains 700 slokas, but the first chapter doesn't contain any sloka of Bhagavan Krishna. So many times, so many people ignores the first chapter, that Sri Krishna has not given any slokas in this chapter. So we'll start from the next chapter. But the most important thing Sri Krishna want to teach us is that the first chapter is the problem statement of our life. We need to learn know the problem statement of our life properly. What are the problems? Then we can get the solutions, be happy. From the sloka 1, we see that in the last chapter, what Sanjay said that Duryodhan, when saw the great army of Pandavas, he went to Dronacharya to tell him that what is the situation right now. And today we can see पश्येतम पांडुपुत्राणाम आचार्य महतिम चुमुम, मतलब पांडुपुत्र को पहले देखकर आचार्य को दुर्योधन ये बोल रहे, यहाँ पर दुर्योधन क्या बोल रहे कि द ग्रेट मिलिट्री फोर्स ऑफ पांडु. दुर्योधन ऑलरेडी हम देख चुके कि भयभीत है पांडु के आर्मी से. क्यों यहाँ पर फर्स्ट हम देख सकते कि अर्जुन का अगर बात करें तो अर्जुन ऑलरेडी 2 बार अपना शौर्य दिखा चुका है दुर्योधन को. फर्स्ट व्हेन इन द मत्स्य देश, इन द विराटनगर, they attacked them. Arjun single-handedly defeated all the army in that battle. And secondly, we can see in the Kamya one, when the Pandavas were in exile, their Duryodhan wanted to tempt them that they were in the sadhu base in the exile, and he wanted to tempt them by showing how much shaurya he has. He wanted to show off to them in the forest. So he went to a pond in Kamyavan for Vilas, and at that pond actually that belongs to the Gandharvas. And that time the Gandharvas, mainly Chitrasen it was, I think, he attacked Duryodhan and make him captive. Then Duryodhan's wife went to Arjun and requested him to save his husband. And that time also Arjun saved Duryodhan. So Duryodhan has seen many times the power of the Panduputras. And one more story of Bhimsen, which we have learned the previous day, how he got the power of 10,000 elephants in the childhood when Duryodhan was planning to kill him and murder him. So one after another, there are so many great warriors in the side of Pandavas. So Duryodhan has seen those warriors, and he has fearful that this is a very great military force. And although he has so many great commanders in his side, like Bhishma Pitamaha, Dronacharya, but he is still fearful. And he did not go to Bhishma Pitamaha at the first, but went to Dronacharya because he already knew that all the warriors, most of the warriors in his side are already surrendered to Bhagavan Krishna. And Bhishma Pitamaha, what to say of him? He is already one of the greatest devotees of Sri Krishna. There is so many misunderstanding about him. We'll not discuss that today, but he is considered the greatest devotees of Krishna as well. He did not go to him, but he went to Acharya Dronacharya to show his faults. What do we see here? And going to the next line, Vyuram Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. यहाँ पर द्रुपद पुत्र का यहाँ पर वर्णन किया गया है. यहाँ पर उनका बात मेनली उठाया गया है, दुर्योधन ने उठाया. क्यों? द रीजन वाज द्रुपद पुत्र यहाँ पर धृष्टद्युम्न, जो कि let's discuss about the backstory of this a little bit. In the ashram, Dronacharya and Drupad were really close friends. They were really close friends, and Drupad said when they were in the ashram that I will share I will share my kingdom as well with you, as you are a great friend of mine when I will be the king. And later on, when Dronacharya was in a poor condition, he needed some help. He thought of to go to his friend Drupad, and he went to Drupad to ask for at least a cow so that he can maintain his family. But that time, Dronacharya insulted him very wrongly and sent him out. So Dronacharya that day decided to take the revenge of that situation. So he gave his shiksha to the Panduputras and the Kauravas in the request of Bhishmadev. And when their shiksha was complete, he sent the Kauravas to Drupad to fight him and defeat him, bring him to him. And we know that the Kauravas failed to do that. Then he sent the Pandavas to him, and Pandavas successfully captivated him and take him to Dronacharya. Then Dronacharya, for the revenge, did not took his country, but he left him. उनको अपमान करके उनको यहाँ से मुक्ति दिया था. So at that time, Drupad Maharaj also started to seeking revenge, and for that he did Putra Kameshti Yogya, by which he got the son Drishtadumna, who was predicted that he will be the death of Dronacharya. He will kill Dronacharya, and Dronacharya and all other people knew that thing as well. But when Drishtadumna became young, Drupad sent him to Dronacharya to take battle education, and Dronacharya did partiality that he will be the killer of me, so I will not teach him like that. But he did not do that. He gave him education, military education at his best. And at this point, हम यहाँ पर ये बोल सकते हैं कि अगर द्रोणाचार्य मिसकॉन्सेप्शन सर है दैट द्रोणाचार्य अगर इतना निष्पक्ष थे धृष्टद्युम्न के प्रति तो एकलव्य के साथ ऐसा क्यों किया था. तो यहाँ पर भी एक मिसकॉन्सेप्शन है कि एकलव्य का जो वृद्धांगुष्ठ द्रोणाचार्य मांगा था, यहाँ पर रीजन एक दिया जाता है कि when he was teaching the Panduputras and Kauravas, Dronacharya, it was his agreement to teach them only, and he will not teach any other person. And Ekalavya came to him and he rejected him politely. But Ekalavya after that tried to learn those techniques, battle techniques, being anonymous and not taking shelter of the Guru. And this was एंड ये था कि ये हमारा गुरु शिष्य का जो परंपरा होता है उसका विरुद्ध था. एंड अगर ये चीज स्टार्ट हो जाता तो गुरु का जो महत्व होता वो बहुत कम हो जाता. इसके बाद हम देख सकते थे कि कोई भी पर्सन आके बोल सकता था कि मैं इनसे शिक्षा उनके किसी गुरु के अंडर सरेंडर ना लेके हम बोल सकते थे कि हम इनसे ये शिक्षा लिए, हम इसे ये तो मैं सीख चुका हूँ, ये गुरु हो ना. तो ये परंपरा को बजाय रखने के लिए द्रोणाचार्य को कुछ स्टेप लेना था. तो उसी के लिए उन्होंने ये स्टेप लिया था कि उनसे वो वृद्धांगुष्ठ मांगा था. एंड वन अदर डिस्क्रिप्शन वी गेट समवेयर दैट the intention was not for Ekalavya. He wanted to be the greatest army, not to give help others and to use his techniques to help others. So that's why also Dronacharya rejected him. We can give some explanations like this somewhere. So after this, we can see that Duryodhan point out Dronacharya that these are the greatest disciples of you who are on the other side, and who arranged that great battlefront. That was Drishadumna, who will be your death, and you taught him those battle techniques, knowing that he will be your death. तो यहाँ पर एक और चीज हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि दुर्योधन यहाँ द्रोणाचार्य के शिष्य है, and he's going to tell Dronacharya that what you are doing wrong. So this is a great practical point we can take here. When we our guru does something, we should not point out that this is wrong, this is right. Yes, they are maybe sometimes they can be wrong, but you can know better in some fields than your guru. But we should not point out that you are doing this wrong and you should do this. We should not do this. So in this point we can see this, and here we can see this example as well for Arjun as well. When Arjun said Sri Krishna to take his chariot in the middle of the battlefield to see who are he is fighting against. And in the first chapter, we can see that Sri Krishna has not told a single word in this chapter, because he wanted Arjun to figure out what is the problem, and Arjun at first thought there is no problem. He will just go and see what is going on in the battlefield, whom he is going to fight, and then that's why he ordered as a friend Sri Krishna to take his chariot to the center of the battlefield. But Sri Krishna didn't say anything until unless Arjun came to him saying that he knows nothing and he wants shelter of him to know what to do, what is right, what is wrong. So here, the difference between Arjuna and Duryodhan, we can see. Arjun was also not under complete surrender of Sri Krishna at the first, but at the end, he took complete surrender of Sri Krishna and took him as a guru. But Duryodhan, although know that these are great warriors in his sides, that Bhishma Pitamaha, Dronacharya, but he went to order them, to give them point out what is wrong, what is right. And in our real life, we can see that we do these things as well. And if I say of mine, I have also done these things that we don't like our faculties. Some faculties, we don't like them. We say very wrong about them, and we should not do this. And we need to take these lessons from this sloka as well. So in the next slokas, we'll see how this story will not the story. These slokas will carry on saying explaining the great battlefield of the Kurukshetra, the great warriors of the Pandu sides and the great warriors of the Kaurava sides, and then how Arjuna will become bewildered about the situation and come under surrender. So I'll like to stop here, and thank you everyone. Okay.